I'm gonna assume he's a controlling warlock as well, as that's really the more common outcome. And Lord help us if he's Zoo, because this hand is slow. Molasses. Good.
No. Trust me.
So I have this for the weapons. We're chillin'. Okay. We do need to tap a bit so that we have the resources to contest him, even though we are a fatigue deck. And we'll be able to make up those taps later on with our Gnome Feratus and our elites, removing cards from his deck and adding cards to ours. He's a lot of the time has the weapon when he 3 keeps like this. It's like big demon plus weapon. So I'm hoping he coins the weapon and we just ooze him and win. Okay. Boom, Lackey down. That's actually really good. Danny Donuts 45 just subscribed. Welcome to Back Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Is that Danny Donuts from Wild? How's it going, guys? The weapon. The weepon. Oh. We anticipated this. I think we're done tapping for the game at this point. We had our tempo swing with us. We have one more Gnome Feratu, so, and we can add one card to our deck with Elise. So we're crushing it in fatigue. A lot of playable options here. I can see that. This is not pretty. Mortal Coil in the ooze. Alright, good. That's what we needed. That's what we wanted. That'll help us out. These plays are powerful. Do we need to draw a Possessed Lackey? The Lack Man. So, one of the big fears right now is Rin. If he drops a Rin here, we're a little sad. If he does play Rin, we need to find Elise. We need to hold it in our hands, and then we need to use the Rin pack. Or we need to use the Elise after our deck is gone to immediately get a pack. We need to high roll him with a pack. That's the best solution I could come up with for that scenario. It's not a good solution, but what you can do. We don't want to use Hellfire. Hellfire's really good because they spam a lot of Void Whackers. We don't want to get whacked. So we got to chillin'. He's still losing in fatigue. We're still winning in fatigue. We're going to take this game long. Buckle your seatbelts. We're in for a 2-hour slugfest. Venkman2 just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Welcome to Back Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Something I can play. We can use more of my mana this way. I feel better about that. It's just objectively worse because you can play Silence against it. It's kind of funny. Rin counters my deck, guys. Not even kidding. I am afraid of him playing Rin. You joke. I do not. That's a good rip. I don't need to get this coil out of my hand, right? I can get one tap, but I think we're okay. He hasn't played Rin yet, so it's kind of slow if he has it now. I want this hero power. He's very good. If he makes a bunch of Void Lords, I don't care. I'm getting back definitely fewer Void Lords than he is. But I'm trying to fatigue him. So it's more about the removal spacing out than anything. And I believe I'll have enough. As long as my Enzoth doesn't get dirty redded. And I should be able to dirty red his Enzoth. So that will help a lot. What beats Keyblock that isn't stupid expensive to build? Aggro Druid. Keyblock's not good versus aggro. It's only okay versus aggro. And it seems like it's kind of decent sometimes when you like high roll it. Because you sometimes just get the Possessed Lackey into Dark Pact and then you win. But you get that less often than you don't, so you can play like Burn Mage with Potion of Polymorph. Play Potion of Polymorph on turn 4 before they play Possessed Lackey. Turns the Possessed Lackey into a sheep, and they're screwed. Or you can play just Aggro Druid, or Murloc Paladin, or Aggro Paladin. Q-Block is an anti-aggro... is an anti-control deck. It's a greedy variant of Control Warlock. So... it's okay versus aggro, but it's not insane. So I still think aggro is one of the better counters to the deck. I don't know what I want. I think I do want to eat this. I don't want to defile this. I could bump there and defile, right? And then we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and everything would have 2 health. 3 Voidwalkers with 2 life. Jade Druid? Jade Druid, not great versus Q-Block. Q-Block makes 2 Doom Guards on turn 7. A lot of the time. And when they have 2 Doom Guards, and you're Jade Druid, you're usually dead. Jade Druid beats Control Warlock, though. A lot of the time, because they can't complete the Rin before you put up enough pressure. Q-Block's just the anti-control variant of Control Warlock. But it loses to Control Warlock a lot of the time because we can taunt out the cubes. And we can fatigue him. So right now we have the 1, and then this 2. This is a 4. So defile clears. This is a good defile, right? I'm not missing anything. We did it. This defile is sometimes a little bit tricky to spot. Jade still beats Control Lock. Yeah, it depends how aggressive your Jade is, right? You need to be able to constantly have threats. So if you want Jades to be Control Lock, you're gonna need things like Bone Mares in it, and just big, beefy minions. Anything with a ton of beef will beat a slow control deck, because the slow control deck is, in fact, slow. It can't handle all the beef. This is a good use of Twisting Nether, because it kills about, like, 90% of his things. I don't care about his life total at all. Not even a wee bit. Jade lost Control Lock more than it was Heat Story. Yeah, things happen. I don't think one tournament is a very significant sample size. Also, it depends on how greedy the Control Lock is and what the Jade deck's trying to do. Maybe the Jade deck's targeting Aggro and is running like no Bone Mares, no Corridor Creepers, double Spreading Plague, you know, and no Coon. Now compare that to a deck that's running no Spreading Plagues, 2 Corridor Creepers, 2 Bone Mares, and a Coon. You know, there's different results when they're trying to remove all your things and you have an extra 7 things. It makes it a little bit more difficult to stop them from playing their things. So, I think it's definitely a case-by-case basis and depends on how the decks are built. Ooh. You do things. My opponent here is cubing Beetles, which they don't have charge, so I don't care. His burst is not very high. We're doing great. Silverhawk97 just subscribed for 10 months in a row. Welcome back to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. I'm gonna fatigue this guy. Rin is probably not gonna see action this game. We drew him really late, but we're doing great. So this currently is like 9 health for Defile because there's 2-3 beetles inside of it. It's whatever its health total is and 9, so it's a 6 and a 9 proc. Is there a good Defile? I mean, it's not good. I want to get this Void Lord in the way, being annoying and soaking up this stuff so that I take less damage from the thing. I want to put taunts in the way repeatedly so that he can never do weird Doomguard shenanigans. Like, that's the technical term for it. We can add a card to our deck with the least, so we are still winning fatigue quite heavily. I'm really not a fan of Zalae's cube list with double Mountain Giant, double Faceless. I think it's better against Priest, but that's worse in every other matchup. So, I mean, maybe it's good on ladder because you expect so much Priest, but I definitely think it's a lot stronger not to have Mountain Giant against all of your aggro matchups and the mirror, because Mountain Giant runs into Void Lord, and Void Lord doesn't care. Void Lord makes Void Walker, so I think it's underwhelming. So, one of the ways we die is if we let this stick and then he does ridiculous stuff with the Doomguard that he pops out. So we're gonna kill it. Cool. Don't need to complete the Rin. I could do it for fun. We also don't need to commit anything. We have taunt still. Give him a defile. It's okay. We get another Rin back off Nazoth if we didn't have enough value already. No, man. If we play the mirror and we don't have Rin and they have Rin, we lose. It's not even about burning the deck. It's about just how much crap you can play. Because you gotta do this many times, and then you get 10-10, and then you get it back, and then you get to do it again. Like, it's a lot of crap. You gotta play more crap than you think. Do not let them cube Doomguards. This is true. Get that 2-2 out there. Yeah. I don't have Dirty Rat in my hand yet for the Nazoth, so I can't try and pull it, so we can't like twisting. He may run Nazoth, not everybody does, but some people do. If he does, it's nice to have the twisting. He's used both Void Lords, both Doom Guards. We're looking at like a cube. It's got like Cube, Hellfire, Mortal Coil, Kobold, Librarian, Spellstone, and a Siphon Soul, and some other array of cards. You could replace Rin with Elise Trim, or I could play both. Yeah. I play both. Ooh. He's at 34, but he's losing. Because he has 2 cards, and I have 5, and I'm going to play Elise and get another one. Also, I have multiple 10-10s. He does not. At the moment. He may in the future, but he does not. At the moment. He may in the future. Currently, he does not.
Job's done. I'm almost out of cards.
We really should hero power like every turn.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he would lose in fatigue eventually. Yeah, has no hope. I don't even need to run any of these things.